Yeah.
Shall I do a 3, 2, 1, and then you can bomb me with whatever you got?
Yeah, I can shoot from the hip.
Shoot from the hip. But you see, the reason why for me that's important is if you send me a question in advance, I might come up with a seriously clever answer, but the better answer is the one that's part of the conversation we've just had. All right. So
All right.
3, 2, 1. All right, Denny, it's that time. It's time for you to ask a question. What have you got?
My question is that what's your idea about 1, 2, 3 and love relationship? Love. Yeah, let's put it more specific. For example, like how do we pick our partner or a wife, husband accordingly, like maybe according to the patterns, or there's some connection or relationship? How do you interpret this?
Wow, well, once you added the extra information, you totally changed what I was thinking. You know, to start with, I think the line in movies that makes me want to throw up is the one that says you complete me, because technically you want to stand there fully whole. And sometimes when people feel that they need somebody else to complete them, to make their life perfect, and it's a lack, and the lack is a scarcity. Scarcity is something that therefore makes us go into a survival state of fight, flight, or freeze. So you're never bringing your best self if you're living from a place of scarcity. So two people living in a scarcity that can come together as puzzle pieces and almost complete, it almost means that 1 + 1 = 1, which is pretty sad business if that's how you're doing business. And you know, someone in my past said she always used to say that a relationship is only worth having if 1 + 1 = 3. And so that two people come together, and together they become more. And I like that. I think that's a powerful thing, and I think it's very hard. But what's interesting about that, and since you have sent me that mail about what you were thinking about the 1, 2, 3 with the brain, we'll bring the brain in as well, because what happens is teaching is this, if teaching is done right, is that when you, like even a conversation here, so if you and I, 1 + 1, come together, we can almost create a third brain together, which is the Doug and Denny brain. And the Doug and Denny brain together, we should be able to travel further, discover more, question better, because we're almost creating a separate brain. I can't think what the term is right now. But why not that for relationship? Why not that for love? Why not that for, and it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be any relationship. And I think from my side, I'm pretty tough to be around, because I'm not good at the small talk. I'm not good at the let's just talk about arbitrary things. I kind of like the idea that when we come together, more is created, because otherwise, if I've gained nothing, I never needed you in the first place, and you didn't need me. If you didn't gain anything from an interaction, you didn't need me either. And so I think the coming together and where you choose to spend your time, which is a big part of the process of where you choose to put your attention. Where you put your attention is where you spend your time, and that attention can be with people. And so, yeah, you know, it's to say, oh, this pattern and that pattern is makes this, but it's kind of like, you don't want 1 + 1 = 1. But what I do find fascinating is when we have had husbands and wives and girlfriends and boyfriends on workshops and partners, is how there is a comfortable zone and there is an uncomfortable zone. And usually, like, someone will like to walk hand in hand, but we only walk this way. Well, why is that? Let's go put you the other way around. So like, let's say I only hold hands with my right hand. Well, that's because it plays to my strength. And if we switch on to the other side, now I suddenly don't look comfortable, and I don't like it. No, I don't do this. Well, why don't you do it? What's happening in your physiology that's coming up that's shutting you down? You know, what happens if you have two people in a relationship that both need to sleep on the right-hand side of the bed? You have a problem, because you're going to have to compromise, and one of those people in the relationship is always going to feel uncomfortable and unsafe in that apparently safe environment. So if you don't recognize that's a possibility, you may end a relationship and you blame them, and if you choose another person who also wants to sleep on the right-hand side, you're going to repeat these patterns. Now, how weird is this? But we've seen it 1,000 times. You know, it's kind of, whether it's body space, body awareness, the kind of dead zones that we don't like to be approached. There's visual field that we bring in. There are all of these components that are tied in with the compensation, the 1, 2, 3 patterns. And depending on how you have manifested those patterns, they manifest in a way. You know, I'm trying to think. When you were on the course in Jakarta, I'm sure there was a whole lot of stuff around. We actually played with this about bringing people into space, and within the group there was something. I forget what his name was, but he was charming everyone, and then we figured out why, and it was beautiful. But it was like he couldn't not, because that was his defense pattern. That was his strategy of survival that he didn't even know that he was doing. So there's constant need to be in contact with somebody in the room at all times. And that's not a problem unless you can't cope, or you can't function without being able to do that. And so nothing is wrong ever unless it's the only thing you can do. And if we get you to do something different, your body stresses out and freaks out and goes, no, don't do that. Well, guess what? There's learning to be had. There's a vulnerability. And I don't know if you did SWOT analysis ever: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. You create quadrants.
Yeah, I think years ago. I forgot. Yeah.
So your strengths and your weaknesses are interesting, but for me, the threats are the ones that fall into that category of what you don't know that you don't know. And so if we can start to hack and understand more of what you don't know that you don't know, bring it into an awareness now of what you like, almost move it from a threat to a weakness. The weakness is, I now know this. I know that I can't do it, but now that I know that I can't do it, I can learn how to do it. I can take that weakness and build it into a strength. But we start to realize that no patterns are random. You know, there's nothing we do that's random. It's driven by our physiology and our interpretation of the information coming in. And the information coming in goes through all the filters of whatever patterns you have in the way. Yeah. And for me, the goal of the game is to just keep releasing the stuff and letting the system flow well, so that I can see what's real and what's not. And I really want to stress, it doesn't mean I'm getting it right. But if your goal is every day to be better than I was yesterday, have less stuff in the way today than yesterday, that's a good goal to have. Because we're talking, you know, when we go down the staircase, we talk about, you know, again, within our physiology, we know what we don't know. And which is perfect, because you don't actually know where you are, which means you can always be better. And we don't know, maybe tomorrow we unlock something and the whole system goes, and you see even more.
Yeah.
And or you find even more peace within you. And you might go, wow, that's really weird. Yesterday, I would have told you I am at peace. But today that I found a different form of peace within my system, I realized that yesterday I had peace, but now I really have peace, which means, you know, how long is it?
Yeah, I know.
And this is for me why the work keeps my attention, keeps me curious, keeps me asking questions and wanting to learn, is because this isn't like a journey with your parents in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We don't know. The destination isn't a set point. The place we're moving to is the best version of ourselves, which, today I might be a really crappy version of myself. It's quite possible, but can I do better tomorrow? Let's see. And the thing is that people get so distracted by all of the external stuff that's going on that they forget to check in with themselves. We forget to check in with ourselves. But if you can bring that best self of you, if I'm trying to tie it back into your question, if I can bring my best self to a relationship, whether that be a friend, a love relationship, a business relationship, if I can bring my best self, then we're likely to be far more effective together than if I'm going into a relationship needing something from the relationship.